Time for Twins Pod. Yeah.
Yeah, Korean. What's Korea like? South Korea.
South Korea is interesting. It's kind of like, I'm going to say people think that they know Korea because they watch a lot of Korean dramas these days. K-pop is really popular. But the reality is that it's like saying I know Korea because I know California because I know LA. It's not really like that, right? Seoul it's like 2 square miles is the entire wealth of entire Korea. 80% of all the GDP comes from 4 companies. And it's like a really globalist type of place, which is kind of weird and scary.
Oh, yeah.
So it's surveillance everywhere. Everything's technology. Everyone's on their phones. Everything is kind of monitored.
Have like a social credit score? Or?
Not really yet. But, I mean, I think
bet
we
your
all have
crime
it.
is low.
Crime is low.
That's a good thing.
Crime is low. Well, there's no
You
guns.
see what freedom does here in the freaking USA.
There's no guns in Korea.
Yeah. Oh,
So
okay.
cops don't have guns either, which is
They
interesting.
know that damn karate, right? Hey, so what do you so do you think that's a positive thing when there's no guns in society, or
No. Like, you need to be able to protect yourself because no one respects cops because they have no power. So if the cops show up, then people get drunk, yelling at the cops, cause a problem because no one respects cops because what are you going to do? Like, what are they going to slap you? Or are you
Right.
going to slap them back?
so they
You're
don't
gonna run
care.
away.
What do they care for protection, like mace, a stick?
You just got to figure it out.
Oh,
Yeah. The legal system in Korea is interesting because say we get in a fight and the cops get involved. I can offer to pay you money and we can settle out of court and the cops will drop the case.
really?
So if we make an agreement, so they say that they were going to prosecute you for hitting me or whatever it is. I can offer to do a settlement, pay you out of pocket, and then the whole entire thing goes away. It's actually not the worst way to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it actually sounds a great way to do things because you look at here, like you see all these people in jail, and a lot of people here in jail in prison for like minor shit, like weed, and it's like that's very bad. And it sounds like in Korea you got a much better system, other than the system y'all have on weapons and guns and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, here in the United States, if we were getting in a fight and the cops decide they want to prosecute and you get into the justice system, it doesn't matter that we figured it out. It doesn't matter that we've decided, we're good, we're okay. Like, I don't want to prosecute anymore. The cops and the justice system has taken over, and you actually have no say in the matter. So maybe we're neighbors, and we get in a fight and we get in an argument, and we punch each other, and all of a sudden, it doesn't matter anymore that we figured it out.
Here in America, once they get to the prosecutor, he's thinking about whether he can convict or not, and to build his score up.
Yeah.
So that sounds like a positive to me.
Yeah.
When comparing, I mean, I'm a big advocate for Second Amendment, but we having too many people dying in our schools. That's a huge. Well, yeah. I mean, they're not doing anything about it in the schools. It's like it's like they want it to happen. Right. Yeah, they can legislate laws. What do you think about the problem in schools with the guns? I think if they want, like, you go through TSA. I mean, they protect you at the airport, but they don't protect the kids in school. There's no system. And nobody's willing to do anything about it. Because right now I'm homeschooling my daughter, and I'm thinking about, because of what happened in Texas, everybody's just standing around not doing anything. So I'm thinking about taking my son out of school and homeschooling him.
Well, I think that's the best way to do it. I mean, my daughter is 2 years old. I don't have a huge desire to send them to government school.
Right.
Because they don't teach you anything.
They don't.
You can teach them whatever you want by yourself. They only study for a few hours a day at best.
Right.
And all you're teaching them is to be compliant. And you want your kids to be critical thinkers.
Yeah.
And that's what society is losing. Especially when you go to school shootings, it's not because the guns, I don't think. I think it's that, kids are being raised by technology, being raised by social media, being raised by video games, and then they're messing with their minds. They don't have a sense of reality. They don't know what's real, what's wrong, what's right. We lack a core sense of values that we are all supposed to share. And I think that's the biggest problem of it.
Yeah. So this story that broke, I'm still like getting the details on it with Tenet Media. That is crazy.
Crazy.
That is insane.
First of all,
it's almost unbelievable. I'm like, come on. When I first saw this, because I have the CNN app, I like watch a bunch of different news sources, and it came up. I was like, oh man, this is bogus.
Yeah.
I know those guys. They wouldn't do that.
Yeah, and then you're like, huh.
And so then I started digging. So I want to get your perspective on it if you had any inside knowledge on it.
I mean, I don't have any inside knowledge. I just read the indictment. I think a lot of people.
Oh,
have
you read the
ability
indictment? Okay,
I read
so,
the entire indictment.
Okay.
And I was like, dude, they're getting set up. This is not right.
Right,
And then you
right.
read it, and you're like, oh shit. You know what I mean? Like they were talking to them a lot, and maybe they were set up, and maybe they didn't know, but they were still taking the money. And that's the hardest part, right?
Yeah. I have a lot of respect for those people. I was like, come on, man. You guys are smart and bright. Yeah. You
They're
got
getting
some
paid a
level
lot
of
of money.
intelligence. Yeah. How much money was it?
Like $400,000 a month for one episode a week. That's a lot of
400.
damn money.
$400,000 a
Hey,
month.
hit me up. Russia, hit me up. Let me know.
They must be
$400,000 a
racist.
month.
They must be racist 'cause they didn't hit us.
No? You didn't get the call?
I didn't get the call.
Ain't that some shit?
Yeah. Actually, when I heard the story, I was like pissed. I was like, they didn't contact me. That's a lot of money.
$400,000 a month.
Yeah,
For
and all
one
the-
episode a week.
Yeah, and all they had to do was release it.
Yeah.
I think it's what is it called? Farsa? Some document just have to file. Yeah. Just make it known you're working with a foreign entity. Right. That's what's making it illegal because they didn't register.
I mean, think about how many people out there take foreign money to do their shows. It's almost everybody at this point. You either take money from Israel, you take money from China, you take money from everybody, but all of a sudden this one's a big problem.
Right.
That's kind
because
of
they're conservative.
exactly.
That's what I think. Yeah.
And the biggest part is that how do they get all this information from the people? That's what I find most concerning. Right. Because you go through indictment, they're like, well, you found the information and we saw the communications through the Google searches. We saw the information through their emails, through their Discord private messages.
Oh, wow.
They didn't know they were being investigated.
It sounds like a psyop to me.
They totally just went into all their systems, got this information, and because of you have that section 702,
Right.
which means you're talking to a foreign entity or a foreign conversation, then now the government can legally track your communications, and not only your communications, but the communications of the people that you've been talking to. So if you've ever talked to any of those guys, they have those communications.
Right.
So
oh,
now,
shit.
Yeah.
I don't talk to them.
They have on record everyone in conservative media that have all the communications. And I think that's why people are really worried right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if Kamala wins, I think they are going to go through all the records.
Oh.
Like, oh, yeah, that was, they were knowingly spreading misinformation. They were knowingly spreading disinformation.
They met in the election.
Yeah.
You know, if that money was for my Israel, it'd be no problem. Yeah. No problem at all.
Maybe it would have been more.
You think so? It would have been a lot more.
You know?
Damn, man. So are they looking at like jail time?
No, because they're not actually indicting any of the creators.
Oh, that's good.
They're only indicting the 2 Russians that are in Russia. Meaning, and I think that's on intention, because if they don't indict Lauren Chen or Tenet Media or any of the other creators involved, then they don't have to go through a discovery period. And if you don't go through a discovery period, then they don't have to show how they got information, what they really found.
Right.
They can just put out this indictment, say, hey, look, we have these connections now, and they can start digging around other places.
Right.
But they don't actually have to tell you how and what they're doing.
Okay, so they're just trying to paint a bad light on
Correct.
conservatives. Yeah, this smells like what they did to Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
this smells just
Trump.
like that. Yeah. And I bet you, man, I ain't got nothing to back it, but I think it's the same people behind it. Yeah. Because if Trump wins his election, this is going to be all over the news.
Yeah. And they're going to say, look at what this person said 3 months ago. Look at what this person said 6 months ago.
Right.
Hey, let's cancel them. Let's take them off the internet. They shouldn't be allowed. They're dangerous, etc. I think it's a really bad precedent.
Yeah. Damn, man, that is so crazy. I heard this. I was like, man, this is fake. That's like we brought what's his name on the
Elijah.
show? Elijah. He said, no, it's not fake.
Yeah.
He said he didn't take the money. He's like, nah, this is coming from Russia. You guys are crazy. You guys are freaking idiots. You take that money. Because when you think about it, you're on YouTube, you know how much money you make per 1,000 views.
Yeah.
And they were doing these videos, and you're going to get 400,000 a week for
That's a
one
lot.
episode. That is like, that's not a good business model. You go out of business quick, right? That's not money well spent.
Hey,
So
man.
it's like they set them up.
Right. Matt, are you familiar with the content that they were sharing? Because I'm not too familiar with it.
It was just their regular videos. They wanted that to be
Oh, okay.
on. I think they just wanted access into the people. And they were probably set up.
Yeah,
You know,
set
honeypot, 400 grand. How do you say no to that?
Right.
And because of that, now they can look into all the communications. They know what's going on in the background. I think it was just like an easy way to get in. And it sucks.
Right.
But at the
It's
same
smart.
time,
It's so
400
smart.
grand, just shows up at your doorstep. You gotta ask questions.
I wonder how
You
this is
just
getting
can't take
paid.
it, you know?
Was it through Bitcoin or something? Or-
I think it was just cash. No, I think it was
Cash?
like regular money. You
Yeah.
know, like they just got payments, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it hit my account. Nice."
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's crazy. Hey, man, I don't feel so good, man.
What's wrong with you?
I'm embarrassed to tell you. I'm just going to tell you, I ain't took a shit in like 2 weeks, man.
Ain't you taking your OH? Your optimal human?
I thought we ran out of it.
Man, here, take this. Here's some right here. Take it. Get it up in you. Drink that. Get that probiotics. That artichoke.
That is good.
That apple powder. All those essential nutrients that get your intestines right. Yeah, get them intestines right. Get it all up in you. Swallow it. There you go. Why are you drinking it like it's Kool-Aid or something? Just
Well,
down
you
it.
made it with cold water. I'm over here getting brain freeze.
What's good with cold water? It's like a smoothie.
Oh, man, I feel something move. Oh, man.
Go to optimalhuman.com/Hodgetwins and now try Optimal Human for free today.